Every day, something dramatic happens in the Caribbean that affects our lives. We'll give you the details. We'll give you the facts on Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick. Here's Eddie Frederick.
Welcome to Caribbean Perspective. So glad you can join us. The story that takes the lead in today's edition for Wednesday, 9th October 2024 and brought to you in association with our friends at Antillean Group. CARICOM shores up its team for COP29 UN November Conference. Details after this important message.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all, perils big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Antillean Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Welcome back. Trinidad and Tobago's Minister of Planning and Development, Penelope Beckles-Robinson, has been selected to be a ministerial leader for strategic advocacy when CARICOM presents a united front at COP29 UN Conference on Climate Change next month in Azerbaijan. Joel Brown of TV6 News reports.
The Regional Secretariat in Georgetown has announced that in preparation for COP29, CARICOM has selected Minister Penelope Beckles-Robinson as one of the ministerial champions for key negotiation areas. The Secretariat said this is crucial as member states of CARICOM repair the damage from Hurricane Beryl, whose record strength in June resulted in hundreds of millions of dollars in damages at the start of the annual Atlantic hurricane season. CARICOM issued a statement saying that this pivotal event will see CARICOM member states advocating for urgent climate action and robust financial commitments to address the unique vulnerabilities of small island developing states. It says it is a landmark year for financing as CARICOM seeks to secure a climate finance goal that guarantees access for small island developing states to grant-based or concessional finance, especially for adaptation and loss and damage, respectively, through minimum allocation floors and highest levels of concessionality for the small island developing states. The community is expected to have a strong presence at COP29, including heads of government, ministers, negotiators, youth delegates, and experts from the CARICOM Secretariat and other regional institutions.
In Jamaica, 7 shot, 2 fatally in Mandeville Market amid peace march nearby. Details in this TVJ News item.
It is a sad day, because while we were on the other side of town speaking peace, something else was happening in the town of Mandeville.
That something else was a mass shooting at the entrance to the southern side of the Mandeville Market. It happened sometime after 10 o'clock Friday morning as Mayor Donovan Mitchell and stakeholders from several schools and other institutions marched against rising crime and violence in the Manchester capital. The mayor explained that it didn't take long for him to get to the scene of the shooting. 7
persons got shot, 2 fatally. A young man and a young woman, one from South Manchester. The other one is from my division, the young man. As I speak now, I am at the hospital. I went to speak to the doctors. Actually, 2 are seen and sent home. 2 are now gone to do some diagnostic tests, and 1 is now still here doing some. The doctors are looking after him.
The police have identified those killed as 30-year-old Melissa Merchant, a practical nurse of Warwick District, and Andre Bradford, otherwise called Prengy Boy, a resident of Royal Flat District. Investigators reported that Mr. Bradford was the target of the gunmen and that the other victims were struck by stray bullets while the gunmen were chasing Mr. Bradford. An eyewitness who was near the market at the time of the shooting explained what she saw.
And I reached right at others when I heard shots. I thought it was the backfire of a bike. Then I saw 2 young men running and turn to Newley Road. They were pushing the guns in their pockets.
Now, a businessman who was in the area when the shooting happened but was unaware of what was unfolding explained how he got caught up in the mayhem.
I was waiting for someone to bring me some shoes from the shoemaker. And all of a sudden, when I turned around, the car was full of, the back of the car was full of people. And I didn't know a dead woman was in there too. So I thought I was going to the hospital. When I come to the hospital, everybody disappeared. And I leave it. I'm left with a dead woman sitting in the back of my car with a sick wife in the car. I was on my way to see the doctor with her.
Meanwhile, in condemning the shooting, the mayor noted the crime situation in the parish is not as bad as it seems, as police say they have cleared up about 82% of shootings. However, he's appealing to residents.
The young lady was just in the market doing her own business. One of the gentlemen was across the road in a syrup shop buying something else, and so it could have been any one of us. So let us be careful, speak what we know. We don't have to be an informer, as some people would put it. But the best thing to do is to try to avoid all of these by just speaking what we know so the police investigations can move forward.
Krista Campbell, TVJ News.
You're listening to Caribbean Perspective with Eddie Frederick in association with our friends at
Antillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.
Is now upon us, so we as Caribbean people need to remember to think safety and be prepared. Avoid venturing outside during a storm or hurricane, especially if there are strong winds. Rooftops and other debris are often blown about and can cause great damage.
The most senior officer in the Guyana Police Force, Clifton Hicken, could soon be appointed as Commissioner of Police. President Irfan Ali stated that Hicken's appointment is in the interest of national security. HGP's Travis Chase has more.
The President wrote a letter asking me to consult on the police commissioner, to appoint the police commissioner. I wrote him saying, there's no need for consultation. There's need for an investigation into the leadership of the police force, including Clifton Hicken.
That's Opposition Leader Aubrey Norton at a recent press conference as he ruled out supporting Acting Police Commissioner Clifton Hicken's substantive appointment as Commissioner of Police. But in spite of the opposition leader's objections, President Irfan Ali seems set to appoint Mr. Hicken to that post. In a letter seen by Nightly News, Minister of Parliamentary Affairs and Governance Gail Teixeira informed Mr. Norton on October 2 that, quote, His Excellency has concluded that it is in the public interest and in the interest of national security that Mr. Hicken be appointed Commissioner of Police, unquote. Minister Teixeira told the opposition leader that the People's Progressive Party civic government, having weighed his contentions against the accomplishments of the Guyana Police Force under the superintendence of Mr. Hicken, including the significant decrease in serious crimes, improved public confidence in the force, the overall enhanced performance of the force, and, in particular, the performance of Mr. Hicken, he is the right man for the job. The opposition leader, though, has cited in particular the July 2012 deadly incident in Linden, where 3 Lindeners were shot and killed during a protest against the then PPPC government. Mr. Hicken was the divisional commander at the time. Guyana's constitution states that the president can appoint a commissioner and deputy commissioners of police only after consulting with the opposition leader and the chairperson of the Police Service Commission, after the chairperson has consulted with other members of the commission. But Mr. Norton told Nightly News that he was not involved in any consultation with the president over the appointment of Mr. Hicken. Travis Chase, HGP Nightly News.
Veteran journalist and talk show host Darrell Miller was found dead in his home in the Bahamas over the weekend. Devontae Hanna of ZNS News reports.
It has been confirmed Darrell Miller has been found dead here at his home on Minnie Street just moments ago by police. We understand that a resident would have called in a tip saying that they found a swarm of flies here at the door, and that's when they made the discovery of Mr. Miller. And what we are told, in an advanced state of decomposition. Here's exactly what Chief Superintendent Skippings had to say on the matter.
It was around 2:30 today when a concerned neighbor contacted our department and informed that there was a swarm of flies surrounding the residence of her neighbor. Police responded, and based on the information received, the officers breached the entrance to the residence, where they discovered the body of Mr. Darrell Miller in an advanced state of decomposition. At present, foul play is not suspected in this matter. However, an autopsy will be performed to determine the exact cause of death.
Now, Mr. Miller was 69 at the time of his death, but he has also been a very consequential figure in the Bahamian media landscape, having served as the first live radio talk show host on Love 97 back in 1994, when he, of course, hosted the first live radio talk show on private radio. He then ascended to Deputy General Manager at the Broadcasting Corporation here at home, what we call home, Desmond. And of course, from there, he hosted Immediate Response. He also hosted Darrell Miller Live, most commonly known for his work in reporting on the 2001 straw market fire here in the capital, but also his very colorful and accurate reporting on election, general election and election results. So of course, he will definitely be a figure that will be missed from the media landscape, but across the country and across the region. So from Minnie Street, I'm going to send it back to you in studio, Desmond.
This report from First Post America. The United Nations said at least 70 people, including 3 infants, have been killed in a major gang attack on a small village in Haiti on October 3rd. Armed men swept through central Haiti's Poissant, shooting automatic weapons and setting fire to houses and vehicles. In response to one of the deadliest armed attacks in the country in recent years, Haitian Prime Minister CARICOM embarked on a trip to the United Arab Emirates and Kenya last weekend to seek security assistance. More than 3,600 Haitians have died in gang violence this year. Details in this First Post report.
Gang members with automatic rifles stormed the town, which is located in the agricultural region of western Haiti. The United Nations said at least 16 people were injured in the attack, including 2 gang members, after local police exchanged fire. The gang members also set fire to hundreds of homes, forcing nearly 6,000 residents to flee the area. Haitians displaced by the gang violence said they want to return to their home, but the rampaging attacks has dimmed that possibility. In the aftermath of the attack, Prime Minister CARICOM embarked on a trip to the UAE and Kenya to seek security assistance. Before leaving the country, the Haitian leader pledged to deploy additional police personnel and promised swift justice for the victims of the massacre.
We're making good arrangements. Police units are coming out of Port-au-Prince. They've traveled by road to bring in reinforcements. My government is providing resources such as helicopters to continue to strengthen our capabilities. But the first thing is to continue to strengthen the police so they can come and do their work. For them to find the criminals, track them down and bring them to justice.
Gang violence in Haiti has become an international concern in recent years. According to the United Nations, over 3,600 people have been killed in gang violence since January of this year. In June, Kenyan security forces arrived in Haiti to lead the multinational peacekeeping force funded by the United States and the United Nations. But with just 400 Kenyan troops, the international security force has not been able to control fighting in the Caribbean nation. As armed gangs launch fresh attacks across Haiti, questions arise as to whether the international troops can, in fact, bring an end to the violence.
I am Eddie Frederick. This has been Caribbean Perspective, a whole new approach to highlighting developments in the Caribbean.
In the meantime, please follow us on Facebook and subscribe to our YouTube channel for daily regional news and more, in association with our friends at Antillian Group.
Believe in our strength, we'll stand by you. Protection from all perils, big and small. Reassurance we give, it's so glad to see. Peace of mind, that's our service guarantee. We look after all our family. Yes, we do at every opportunity.
Tillian Group, underwriters of all classes of insurance solutions for your protection and investment. Live well financially.